Yo, this Fast City Chambers, and welcome back to the channel. Now I want to go over some foundational things in boxing today with y'all. And what's more foundational than the stance and basic boxing movement? We're going to talk a little bit about it today. Let's get into it. All right, now we talk about the stance, right? Let's do this. Let's get this tape here. Let's follow this tape. Let's put the toe on it and let's put the heel on it because you want to have a toe-heel alignment to make sure you got a nice solid foundation down there. You know what I mean? Then we're gonna go from the ground up like I train people and like most trainers who know what they're doing go from the ground up. We're gonna go to where the knees are and you got a slight bend in the knees. You don't want to squat. You don't want to take too much energy. You're gonna be in the ring for a long time. You know what I mean? So let's go with a slight bend. You know what I mean? A little more than shoulder width apart, slight bend. And then you want to get up to the hip area. You kind of sit down, but not too much. And then we also want to go 60-40. So you want to put 60% of the weight on your back foot, about 40 on the front. You know what I mean? That'll give you a nice solid foundation there. Then you go from there to the hands. You want to focus on the hands. The right hand, I like to have in a hybrid position of being able to block the jab as well as block the hook. So you want to kind of have it somewhere in the middle. And then the left hand, you want to have it kind of extended a bit from you, not too far, and you want the elbow, I believe the best way for me anyway, is to have it touching the rib area. Now you can also block shots, but you can obviously block shots to the body. Your elbows are in, you're on both sides, and even with the straight shots, you can kind of block them with a slight little tilt. You know what I mean, or slight angle. That right there is the stance for the Orthodox side. The left-handed side, which is the Southpaw side, is very similar. You have the same toe-heel alignment, nice foundation, going up, slight bend. Everything is the same. It's just the principles are slightly different. All right, now we're going to go over the basic movement. The basic movement is going to take the first step, like a baby. We're going to go to first step. First step is a toe tap to the front. It's like a little jab step. Same thing would be in basketball, football. I don't know. It's very similar, right? So we go out, tap the toe to the ground right in front of you. Don't put too much weight on the front foot. It's just a test, right? And then we come back. So it's like this. Same toe heel alignment, solid foundation, tap toe, come back. Same thing in reverse. And one thing I want to stress, this is extremely important, is you keep it in this same line. We're not doing any pivoting or anything, more advanced. So in this kind of scenario, you want to keep these feet in the same line, okay? So when we go back, we're doing the same thing. It's going to be in the same line. Tap the toe back. Don't put too much weight on where you can't get out of it, but you just tap it back and come back forward. Now, the left and the right. When you're going left, it's very similar to when you're going forward. You lead with that front foot. When you're going right, it's very similar to going back. You're leading with the back foot. So the step to the left is just take this toe, take it down the line, this follows. Still keep the toe heel alignment solid, right? We'll do it again, one step over, bring that foot back. Now going to the right, it's the exact opposite. It's like going backwards. You take that right foot, lead over. Be very careful you don't take and you don't adjust it and bring it over. You want to make sure you keep that toe heel alignment. The same as if you were going left in this scenario going to the right. Over, follow. Now, when going forward and we're going to take a full step. See, that first initial step, forward and back, was just to kind of tap, just to kind of see where we are range-wise. This time we're gonna fully commit and gonna step in behind it. So now I'm gonna have to bring my back foot with me. So now I'm stepping up, back foot comes in. One more like that. Step up, back foot comes in. Keeping that same toe heel alignment that we talked about from before. Now, it's very same when we're in reverse. Now, but this becomes the back foot in a sense, right? So you push off this now and go in reverse. Same thing. Step back, foot follows, step back, front foot follows. Now, all of those things we just went over in the Orthodox is same and it's applicable as the Southpaw. Same thing. The movement is the same. The angle with the feet is the same, stance is the same, like we talked about. The step forward here, step back, the step to the right. In this case would be the lead foot. The step to the left, which would be the rear foot in this case. All of it is the same. The full step forward, then the full step backward, all the same. Everything we talked about. It just has different principles. When facing as a southpaw, when facing Orthodox guys, there's different principles to southpaw versus southpaw. So right now we're not going to get into those principles. Those are something for a later video when we're talking about different things to do in fight situations. But right now this is to teach you the basic foundational tools, of the stance and the basic movement.